This has been Strictly Ball Business.
Strictly ball business.
Strictly ball business.
I like that video.
Balls. Nah, shit.
Welcome to Strictly Ball Business. We're talking about Cade and Jaden, Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. There are two of these young backcourt that we're expecting to see with the Pistons. We didn't get to see much of Jaden Ivey because he got injured in summer league, but we saw a lot of Cade last year. Improved throughout the season. Exactly what we kept harping. We're like, don't worry, he's gonna do fine. Great guy. Tell me about their dynamic, Alec. What do you think it's gonna look like? You think it's gonna work out? Any concerns? Let's hear it.
I think it's going to be powerful. I think it's going to be methodic. I think it's going to be a little bit of yin, a little bit of yang. I mean, it's really interesting because I think Cade is like the orchestra maestro, and Jaden Ivey is going to be like your gadget switch who can, go get you a bucket. And Cade is going to have his supervision. He knows how to get the ball to him. So, I think it's going to be a perfect fit. And Jaden Ivey's got some size. You can get that small guy out of there who was starting before, who's a bust now.
Killian Hayes.
Killian Hayes.
That
Get him
everyone
out.
hated us for.
Gone. He's gone. So you put Jay and Ivy there and Cade Cunningham. I think it's going to be great. Like, either one of them can lead the offense up on a drive, too. So when Cade needs some time off there, you can get some ISO ball from Jay and Ivy. Maybe Cade goes sets a pick. Get someone open, get some stuff. I the possibilities are endless.
Exactly. Well, yeah, so that's all there. You said it. Cade's the maestro. Jaden, I'm still not entirely sure what role Jaden's going to have on this offense. It's still unsure. What I noticed a lot of watching the film for Summer League is they looked like they were making an emphasis to try to get him a lot of off-ball movements, running floppy, all this stuff, getting him some spot-up shooting, too. Rather than creating for himself. That's why I think that was a huge reason why they left Killian Hayes in Summer League. Not because they're trying to develop him as much, but because they wanted an actually really good playmaker, which all things considered, Hayes is a smart playmaker, to facilitate the development of Jaden Ivey. I think he was a great pick. He's a bit wild and erratic. It kind of scares me and concerns me, like a young Rose or like John Morant who's in and out of injury a lot this last season. He missed some time this year for it. So it kind of stresses me out on that end. I'm not too worried about his shooting. His form looks good. I just feel like it's going to take a bit before it lands. I think it'll get there. I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, no, I think you're certainly right to be worried about him being a little bit reckless. And I think I'm worried, like, in terms of turnovers as well, in addition to the injuries. Like, this is a young team, this is a really inexperienced team, and there's nobody really here to guide them through adversity, especially now that Jeremy Grant isn't here anymore. So, like, who's gonna show this guy how to hold on to the rock, right? Who's gonna tell him to slow down? Cade's gonna tell him to slow down? I don't know. Like, this is a young team, they gotta learn together, and I think it's gonna be a long process, and they're gonna be like really bad this year. Like, they're gonna be really, really bad this year. They might be the worst team in the NBA this year, but 2 years from now, I think you'll be looking at a team that's on the cusp of greatness, on the cusp of making a big move to add to their solid young core, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah, but I do want to talk a little bit on Cade's side too. So Cade, let's look at him. Is he ready for a guy like Jaden Ivey? I certainly think so. I don't think this is the stress at all. He, like, you saw it even with Killian Hayes and Jeremy Grant. He actually did a lot of off ball last year, and that's a lot of his personal scoring came from that too. A lot of catch and shoots, a lot of off ball screens, a lot of off ball cuts. This guy is constantly moving. I think that's really going to help out, even when Jaden Ivey gets to have the ball and gets to handle it more, as I expected it would get to that point. He was making over 36. He finished the year at 36% from three. The end of the year, he was shooting closer to like 38, 37, 38, which is that's league average. So that's fine for a rookie. I'll take that. They usually have some 3 points, but 71% of Cade's threes are assisted too. So that just means opens up more for Jaden Ivey and the flexibility that maybe they can both. One doesn't have to hijack the offense to get the other one to work. Great inside out play. This guy has a plan every time he drives in. It's not like, oh no, the lane closed up, I don't know what to do. It's he looks at it, he's like, can I score? Corner, pass out. Like, this guy, he's very calm and collected towards the end of this year, and that's what I like to see. And a lot of that is what we wanted to see. So I think Cade's gonna do fine on that end.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see it all come together.
Yeah, if you had to compare these two to a backcourt duo you know of, what would you compare them to? What are they similar? I kind of said, I think actually what's really close right now is Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. I think that's pretty close to what they can end up as. I'm not sure. We don't know if that concept will work, but I think they're both very similar to those two archetypes.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's a great comparison. Similar, maybe not as direct comparison, but some similarities. I think with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, even though they play some different positions, I think in terms of like explosibility and just how good they can get, I think like that's a similar duo. And like there was a historical one I was thinking maybe lost my train of thought on it. Maybe.
Well, while you think of that, I kind of thought of Wall and Beal for a little bit. I mean, they're not exact matchup to matchup, but one has shooting issues, one's better at defense, one's a better like an elite playmaker, the other one's good at playmaking, one's just there for off. I think there's similar dynamics, maybe not person to person matchup, but the concerns you would have with Wall and Beal are the same concerns I see having with this backcourt. So I think that's a good example for people that just want probably a proof of concept. But I mean, if they get there, that's both of them are superstars, but at different times of their careers. Wall was a superstar when Beal wasn't. Beal's a superstar and Wall's not now. So
yeah, no, I certainly think these guys can figure it out. I think their timeline makes sense. They're both young, and this is a good Piston team that's gonna bring it together hopefully.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey guys, only balls, only all the time. Like and subscribe to the video. We want to keep making videos for you guys. Tell us what you want us to hear. Wait, yeah.